Okay, there we go. Now it's being picked up. I have to repeat myself. Why does it do this? Okay, so what I was saying is, gonna be maxing the Scadutree. I thought I had it before, but hold on, let me go ahead and pull up the game and show you. Continue. I originally thought I had the tree blessing maxed, but because I couldn't find it anymore on the map after I used the Elden Ring interactive map to go find them around. But how do I check the? I checked the blessing at the. It's right in front of me. I'm blind. Right here, 17 and 7. So I still have 3 more levels for each, which is 3, 6, 9 to collect of each. To be fair, I didn't go all in for the Revered Spirit Ash, but I thought I did for the Scadutree blessing. But hey, that's just how things go. So now you see that I have the video in the top right corner. Why is this? I need to be able to see things. You see at the video at the top right corner. That is the video I'm going to be using to help me find everything. So, yeah. Just skip past all those.
Is just as I was finishing editing this video, I found out that allegedly Scadutree is actually meant to be pronounced Shadowtree, but there is absolutely no way I'm going back and redoing this voiceover and
That's
edit.
funny.
No, I just recorded this bit like literally before I put the video on YouTube because, well, it's late. I'm tired.
This guy is a mood.
Okay, the first bunch of Scadutree fragments can be found in Gravesite Plain, starting with this nice, easy duo in the Church of Consolation.
I need to hurry up and get my map open so I can mark where he marks. All the way over here. That's too far. It's over here. Alright, we got that marked. Yo, Morphalta, why are you awake?
From the cave that you initially emerged from once you start the DLC.
It's been a while.
So
I'm drinking right now.
The Gravesite Plain site of...
I have not seen the Elden Ring Night Rain content yet, but my buddy Fox here had access to the I don't remember what they were calling it. Fox had access to it. Fox, how was Night Rain? Your birthday ended 3 minutes ago. You're gonna milk it. Based. You're finally free again, Fergit. You love to see it. And congrats on being first. I am so proud of you. You're so giddy and excited. Beautiful, beautiful. You have the code, but the trial isn't until the 14th. Oh, okay. You better stream it, Fox. You better. I don't know if I said this, but I'm glad you're free, Ferg. I'm just going to call you Ferg now, from now on. Okay, so he marks the spot and then he goes and checks it.
In front of you, and then head east until you hit a road. Then follow it down and around until you reach the church, which holds your prize. And also an angry knight. Sorry.
Number 2.
Once you've grabbed those, start heading back up north. But once you've passed the cliff edge, head to the east and then hug the big wall at the side until you reach this collection of graves just northeast of the scorched ruins. Here you'll find a pot
He did not mark it. He did not mark it.
Shadow enemies. And then those start heading back up north. But once you've passed...
Oh, no, he did mark it right there. You came up with a cool power ability that you haven't seen done in fiction before? Ooh, do tell. Do tell. It's like right here.
The cliff edge, head to the east and then hug the big wall at the side until you reach this collection of graves just northeast of the scorched ruins. Here you'll find a pot shadow enemy, which, when killed, will drop your next Scadutree fragment.
That's one of the ones I'm missing. That is just straight up one of the ones I'm missing. I'm positive I have this one. I'm pretty positive. I'll still double check, but this right here is definitely one I'm missing. I don't remember killing a guy and then picking one up ever. let's say someone can manipulate time, hit someone. Then they replay the time they hit them to make them take damage again. Morphalta, have you ever seen a little show? You know, it's pretty niche. You know, I don't expect you to have seen it. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but have you heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? It's a pretty underground anime. Yes, I know Gold Experience Requiem. Okay, I'm sorry, Morphalta. Fox. It's gonna be Morphalta like that when you go up. Look, Fox, I'm just kind of crazy right now. I am unhinged at this moment. Do you know what time it is? It is 2 in the morning. I have chicken cooking in the oven, and I don't know when I'm going to grab it out. Maybe I'll grab it out now. Maybe I'll grab it out in 30 minutes. It might be burnt when I get there. It might not be. Who knows? There's only one way we'll find out. Ugh. Okay, but Morphalta, it is the same concept. Yes, they're trapping them in a death loop, but they are taking the damage from that over and over again. They are dying every single time. It's just a coincidence that they happen to be dying to all of that damage. Gotta think about it. It's done a bit differently, but it is essentially the same concept. I do like what you're cooking, though. Let's see what else we got.
Fragment. This next fragment is in plain sight, right next to the first of Mikla's crosses and the 3-path cross site.
I'll mark that one again just to be safe. The ones that are easy to get, I'll just mark and then go around and grab them all at once. That way we don't take too long. We'll just...
Of grace.
Can you imagine a relatively weak time user would attack, back off, rewind the instance damage while not rewinding the wounds? Yeah, that's fair.
It's super simple to find, so here's another one that's both in plain sight and also next to a site.
Alright, we'll go and put a mark right there as well. I'm pretty sure I have all the ones that are just open, but... You're loving this setup? It's just a generic setup. I mean, hey, if you like the way it looks better, I'll take that into account for my next screen design. You were going to say that reminded you how Divergent Fist worked, but that's just a time lag, so it's conceptually a different basis. That is true. Yeah, it took it a lot more casual with the setup.
Through the massive stone archway towards
Bell. Can you guys even read what's on the chat? On the screen? Probably. Yeah, no, it's pretty
Tower
good.
Settlement, and you'll find the fragment at the top of the stairs that lead towards the settlement.
Alright.
It's also easy. While this next fragment is easy to grab, it's also easy
I don't know
to
what
miss,
Divergent
because
Fist
now
is.
you'll
Fox,
need to double
clarify,
back on
please.
yourself and head south along the path that runs across the top of the cliff at the bottom of the stairs.
This might be the other one that I'm missing. This might be the other one that I'm missing.
That will make more sense if you watch this footage carefully.
Maybe a slight transparent box would contrast better, but you don't need it. You've been watching The Boys, and it's crazy. Beautiful. Hold on, let me find the chat box. How do I add a background? Filters. Filter effects. No. Properties. Background color. Let's see if that works. All right, type something. I don't know if I can get it to be see-through. Okay, so it did work, but I don't know how to make it see-through. Idea. We go to filters. We add a chroma key. And then we try to hit black. Try again. Type a message. If not, I may have just broken the entire chat. I broke the entire chat. Then we go filters, delete the chroma key. I have to actually go to stream elements to fix that. Where? No, that's not stream elements. That's a completely different thing. That's this thing. We go overlay. No. Styling. No. Visibility. It's not it. Overlay. No. What if I turn the messages into a bubble? Will that fix it? Probably not. Where's... Translucent page background. That's what we're looking for. Here we go. Properties. Delete that. Paste that. Okay. There. Now try saying something, anyone. Alright, now that's running. We need to go to this spot in Elden Ring. He was going backwards from here. Scene where Homelander forces a guy into an oven during a trash bin basketball. Trash ball. It's called trash ball. While recounting how the same guys forced him into the same oven to test his durability. That's insane. Really isn't that big of a deal. Like, it's readable fine. Just think if it's a quick fix. Something, anyone. Base. Thank you, Fox. I understand for some reason why Homelander is so evil. You breathing right here, you can make some excellent ASMR. I would do excellent ASMR if I could actually speak properly. If I didn't fumble my words every 3 seconds, I'd be fine. The only sentences I don't fumble are those sentences explaining how I don't fumble, how I fumble everything except the sentences of me explaining how I fumble words, and then the sentences explaining me explaining the sentences of me fumbling words. Any other time, I fumble words way too much. But I appreciate the compliment, Morphalta. Thank you. We need a horse. I get it. That's just how it be. Now let me pull... It's another pot guy? Are they all gonna be pot guys? Bro, if all the ones I'm missing are pot guys, I'm gonna be mad. Wait, did my screen just change? Hold on, where is... Bro, my screen changed for no reason. There we go. There we go. We're working now. Boom. Click off of it. We're good. We're good. There are a lot of Hawkeye seeds. That's insane. Gee, if I hit 1 mil sub. Honestly, the fact... If I even hit 1,000, I wouldn't even know what to do. I don't expect anything I'm doing here to go anywhere. I would be in shock. The Smash Screen music. It's Fire Emblem music. It is specifically Together We Ride. Look it up. But yeah, it does come up on Smash a lot. Do 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 do. It's great. Yeah. Fire Emblem music slaps. Trust. Alright, I need to get to Prospect Town. Go right as well. Find another one of the stupid pot guys. Like, if you missed all of them, that's probably... This is the easiest and fastest to get. Okay. How many of those pot seed guys are there? Coincidentally, does it happen to be 9? You only recognize it from Smash. That I know. That's how most people do. You're not in the minority. Let's say from what you saw in Elden Ring Night Ring, it was so hype. Oh, I'm looking forward to it now. Got it. There we go. That is annoying. But it makes sense. I'm gonna kill this thing. The main thing that had you excited was it was just more Elden Ring to explore. What do you think this tree fragments taste like? You know what? Where are the tree fragments? Those are key items, right? No. It's not a tool. Oh, we gotta get a good look at them. Only 3 were like that? Tragic. Under bolstering materials. Ah, there it is. I ain't. Look, it's a little juicy. It's got some tree sap in there. So bark with like type of honey. And not good bark, spoiled bark. Like this is the type of honey that wasps make. And you know wasps don't make honey, so yeah. Alright, let's see what the next one is.
Another pot shadow to kill. Fast travel back to 3 Path Cross now, and then head northeast and across the bridge that leads to Castle Ensis. You'll know you're in the right place if, when you're crossing it, someone tries to put a gigantic ballista.
Okay. And we go all the way over here. The mark is like right here. Alright, that's a normal spot. Alright, let's get this playing again.
A bolt path, and you should
That one's one of the more
front
obvious
sight of
ones.
Grace, and then head east, following the path to the left as the route starts to split, and follow it along as it starts moving the plane. Activate the castle front sight of Grace, and then head east, following the path to the left as the route starts to...
Hold up. Thought it would taste like roasted pork belly, but texture of tough wood. I've bit wood before, it's bad. You're not the only one, Morphalta. There is actually some places that do actually eat bark. They like make actual meals out of it. It's interesting. I need... At the right spot? Yeah, that's the right spot. That's where the grace is. This is where the other one is. He's just telling you how to get there. Not the eyeballs. Look. I'm not gonna defend what Kid Me did. I was crazy.
The split and follow it along as it starts moving south. Another of Mikla's. Next up, we're going to go in.
This one is also at a cross. That one should be a little more obvious. That'll be one of the more obvious ones. Then we will go
Side Light of Grace
whatever the next one
and
is.
the horrible little mini Simon. So with another way is a big bunch of orange. And then keep exploring until you reach this doorway that's guarded by a bunch of horrible little mini spider scorpions. Just before that doorway is a big pile of rubble that you can climb on. So do that and then follow the path into a building and you'll eventually reach a room with another cross and a Scadutree fragment inside.
Okay, it's just that one.
Once again,
Not
there
the
is a
bot every single time. So you can imagine someone manipulate earth, trap an opponent in a cage of rock while someone who controls fire turns it into an oven and kills an enemy. That is a really good combo, and that is terrifying. I do agree. Eat the bot. Delete the bot message. It isn't real. The bot doesn't exist anymore.
only one fragment in Castle Ensis here, and it's impossible to miss as it...
Alright, Castle Ensis. Where the cross is, it's the only one. Wait, that's too far. That's the wrong castle. Here. Mods whack his boys. Just looking at the doobie-doo fragments. Didn't get the line. It's okay, Fox. You're fine. It's not like I pay you for this. You can get the bot if you want to. It's like getting a cat and then, you know, you see a rat, you look like, hey, you want to get that? You don't have to, but it'd be cool if you did. Oh.
It's right next to one of Mikla's crosses. Locked across. Once you've defeated the boss of Castle Ensis, you'll emerge onto Scadu Altus.
Oh, the Atlas. There's another one right here with another one of the things. There's some great manipulation. It's like, you can do it if you want. Oh. I won't get mad, just maybe a little disappointed. I wouldn't get disappointed in you, Fox. You're too good for me to be disappointed in.
And one of the first things that you'll see is one of Mikla's crosses standing next to a couple of as quickly as you can.
Alright, let's read.
Careful of the big red boy on the road as you head towards High Road Encampment for the next fragment. You'll find it at the base of a statue on the right-hand side.
Okay. Encampment. Where was the statue?
Of the road encampment for the next fragment.
Literally right at the beginning. Okay, pretty sure I got that one. I'm playing a combination of Dark Souls and Harvest Moon where the main character's a grape. You don't get paying attention over here at all. You know what? That actually sounds great. I mean, I'm not doing anything interesting, so I don't blame you. Even taking psychology classes, it's terrifying how easily manipulated the human brain is. It is. It is terrifying. Have you heard of a little thing called the, the wave experiment? If not, you should look up the wave experiment. It's interesting. Garden story. Ooh, okay. Let me... Where's my phone? I'm gonna take a picture of that. I would love to play Fruit Souls. You haven't gotten to it yet. I don't know if you would get to it or not. I'm gonna be real. It's not like the most well-known thing, so if your class didn't get to it, I'd understand. I wouldn't be surprised. But it is a great example in that. Alright, now we just go back to here, get this going, over to the next one.
Easy to find. Directly to the west of that spot lies a building.
This is how to manipulate someone, at least a child. No, this will likely result in the child being a psychopath. No, what you do is you give them a compliment. You give them a compliment to make them feel good about what they're doing. That's all you need to do. You're like, oh, hey, can you go wash the dishes for me? Spoiler alert, children are already psychopaths. True. True. Sometimes they do grow out of it. You hit them with, hey, can you go do the dishes for me? They're like, oh, I don't want to do dishes. But you're so good at doing the dishes. And they're like, oh, yeah? Oh, my dishes aren't going to be as clean as yours are. I see people do stuff like that all the time. Positive reinforcement, not manipulation. We don't call it that. Because that's the difference between good and bad parenting.
Called the Church of the Crusade, which is your next stop, and the location of 2 counter
Church up here.
From that, you'll find your prize at the base of the statue at the back of the church.
Okay, it was 2 and 1.
Road cross site of grace.
Okay, let's get this spot marked down. It's like in between these. And that one should be pretty obvious, unless it's underground. It does have a little underground area. First, make them love you. Show them a lot of love to make them think you're a great person. Show them so much love that they would do anything for this person. If you're just their parent, then you're already there. You were literally talking to your therapist today. She's like, you're going to struggle with parenting because you're the victim of narcissistic
then
abuse.
Then follow it to the right and down to the south.
See, before I read the rest of that, Fox, we were mostly memeing about it, but like the difference between abuse and positive reinforcement in that case is a little bit of there's a bit of a line there. But so just interacting with children is going to be triggering for you because every child is just a mini narcissist who hasn't grown out of it yet. Yeah, that's no, that's pretty specific. Yeah. And show them what you really like when they fail a task and indirectly teach them that they don't want to make you upset. Yeah, people unironically do that, and it is terrible, Warfalta. Yes, you were right. But, that's like, I can't give any solid examples right now. I can't think of any. But, yeah, no, it does happen a lot. So, like, you try, but it does make you feel a lot better. Why sometimes it feels super hard. It is hard. Raising kids is not easy. And that's why therapy helps, folks. That is true.
South, where you'll eventually find a camp on the right-hand side of the road. Enter this camp, and you'll find the 15th fragment at the foot.
Okay, it's
From
literally
there
just right
to
there.
the next fragment, so just cross the road, and you should spot another one of Miquella's crosses in the distance, next to an...
Okay, that one's easy. Pretty sure I have that one. Whew. All right, next one. Is that on the cliff? It reminds you of the narrator from the Stanley Parable. Okay, I'm not the only one who hears it. Oh. I actually can't tell if that's above or below. It looks like it's like right here-ish. But I can't tell. Hold on, I'm gonna have to actually watch this one and see where it is.
Activate the Morth Ruins Cross Site of Grace by that last fragment, and then travel north quickly to find a small lake with a cave at the back of it. In the mouth of that cave is a statue of Marika that...
Okay, so it's below. This might be another one of the ones I'm missing. I'm actually gonna go for that one right now. Give them impossible tasks, and for a while shorter than the time you love them, give them impossible tasks and get mad when they fail, depending on the person. Boom, you've manipulated someone. Yeah. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Yeah, we already got this one, so we can mark this one off since we double checked. We want to head towards 5. This might be one of the ones I've missed. Oh no, there's the statue of Marika. I don't think I missed this one. Let's head to the back of the cave, all the way. Plant time. Nope. Got it all. Where in the world did this take me? Whatever, the gray birds can kill me. Kill me. Let me pull the video back up. At least that's how the villain manipulated the protagonist of the 3rd game. Your game, that is.
Has a fragment at its base. Remember this location, though, as we'll need to return to it a bit later on to grab a piece of the map and another fragment.
Thoughts on the villain's
Fast
evil
travel back
tactics?
to the Morth Ruins.
My thoughts are they're playing the long con. That is not an easy setup to do.
Cross Site of Grace. And
Need to go there. Respawn. Go. It's like right here. Is this even the same area? It is. Okay. It's like right around here. See.
And then head southeast, taking care not to fall into any holes as you go, and you'll soon find this pot shadow on a ledge overlooking the ruins.
It's another pot guy! Well, let me go get... They did curse him with immortality when he signed the contract. Oh wait, I'm already here. So now we're heading for 4. This is the 3rd pot guy. He wasn't aware of it though. That's kind of crazy. It's also very unfortunate. Look at this little nerd. Unbeknownst to him, his whole life ends here. You know what? Go ahead. Do it. Do it! There you go.
As I pot shadow is fragment. It's a bit of a mission to grab this next fragment.
So Nase, the protagonist, pronounced Nase. Okay, cool. Cool, I got it right. And this one's at another one of the things. Where's... You got the little tub of water for... That's not the right... That's not the right one either. It's got a path going... Ah, here it is. No, this is the right one. Wait, this might be one of the ones I've missed then. So, for the reprimand, let's go up there and look. Chest flooded when he said his name. I haven't felt that way in years. Based. It's such a good name. I'm glad I could pronounce it. Oh wait, I can't. Horse here. I'm glad I could pronounce it right and make you happy about that. That's the wrong way. Might also be the only way, though. I can't survive that fall. I mean, I could just go outside. Eshano? Say Eshan. No. Nice. Let's get out of here. It's kind of a tribal name. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Wrong way. This way. Don't lock on. Keep running. Wait, has this Grace been out here this whole time, or is this the one I saw from earlier? No, this is the one from earlier. I could have just teleported here. At least that's what you were aiming for. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I need to go for where 5 is. There is... Actually, let me watch his video to see where he goes, instead of just guessing. That'll be easier.
And there's
That's
also
why I have
a dragon
the video
to avoid, but as long as you stick to the left-hand side of the cliff edge as you head south from the last fragment, you will be fine. Once you reach the cliff with the dragon in front of it, you should notice a spirit spring close by. This is locked at the moment, so continue heading left along the cliff edge.
Okay. They fighting the dragon. There it is. Whee! Keep heading this way, they said. There it is. I hate it here. Unless I grew up without a mother and not that she was dead. No, it's worse. Oh no.
And smash the seal at the end of the path before heading back to the newly opened spirit spring and...
Put that back down. I opened the wrong thing. Open Elden Ring back up. Alright, I know where the thing is now for that one. That is definitely one of the ones that's missing. I'm afraid to hear what happened to their mother. Born hybrid human, more commonly or derogatorily called a half-breed. Makes sense. That's like the typical. That's the typical like thing for stuff like that, even in like anime. No, I'm not putting up with any bats this time. Where'd you come from? Alright. There's the dragon. Whee! Should probably have watched more of the video. I thought it would be right here, but this isn't, you know, this isn't too bad. I can figure it out. They had a bigger sister. Their mother was the midwife. To the Queen of Spiders. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a cross up here. The mother was always busy taking care of the princess, the queen's child. Understandable. You know, for Level, his mom and the princess hated him. Tragic. Fragment number 4 of 9 needed. There was a whole area up here. His sister had to grow up raising him as she hatched about 3 years earlier than him.
To use it to jump
Oh, she was
upwards.
probably mad.
The 19th fragment. The next place to head to then is Shadow Keep, the incredibly large legacy
That's
dungeon
his
that
family.
looms over Scadutree, and there are actually 2 ways into it, which makes this whole section of fragments fairly time-consuming to gather. Except for the first 2, I guess. They're really easy, as they're just through that front door, up the entrance elevator, and then they're dropped by this angry golden hippopotamus at the top.
Alright, already got those.
Yes. Hippopotamus? From that location, fast
That's his sister, Ilania Shano.
travel back to the
like the
North
names.
ruins and head down the hole.
Wait.
From that location,
The names you're coming up with are pretty good. Alright, teleport back to the Mirth Ruins. Might as well do this while we're here. That's Scorched Ruins. Mirth Ruins, alright. Oh wait, this one's under here. That makes you smile and control it. I love it anyway. Yeah, no, you've been amazing with names for the stuff you come up with.
From that location, fast
These characters,
travel back to the Morth ruins, and
They just flow right off the tongue. You're so good, and it's not like it's a common name either. That's nice. Sister was basically Psy, but bloodier. Based.
down the hole in the ground and follow the path through Bonnie Village and back up north until you find the big tunnel that leads into the church district.
What? Hold on.
Back up, head down. From that location, fast travel back to the Morth ruins and head down the hole in the ground and follow the path.
Okay. Where's the hole? There's a hole in the bottom of the ruins. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Is this it? Yes, it was. Oh, that is death. I found the hole. She was a part of the Weaver clan, the Spellweavers and Silk Makers of Spiderfolk. It's a huge amount of responsibility. I would imagine. Silk making is not easy, even if you are a spider. Time consuming, taxing. Cast spells or monks or healers. Okay. And make armor for the Hunter's clan of the Spider Folk. Nice. Looks like you're doing good on your world building. You're making things all make sense. Everything's getting covered so far. How do I go down? Right here? Was that too far? That was too far. That was not too far. That is death. Ow. Through this hole. Oh well. Okay. Well, she had to make silken armor for this. Or tried to survive the hunt. She had to make the silk from her own body, which is extremely taxing on the body, especially female's body. So she has to do that, then come home to an absent mother and raise her brother. Yeah, that makes sense. Like as I had estimated from the silk making, because spider people. All right, before I pop out, I didn't even have to do that. I could have just teleported if I would have watched his video.
And back up north until you find the big tunnel that leads into the church district of Shadow Keep. It's a long, winding route, and
wait, this isn't...
once you're there, you're going to be face to face with a lot of tricky jumps as you make your way along the rooftops of the flooded courtyard.
He was just telling us how to get here.
Once you've done that and finally made it into the sunken chapel, you'll soon spot the next fragment on the arm of this statue here that you can...
I'm pretty sure I got that one. Okay, Church District of Shadow Keep. That was here. Look at all the crabs. Can I make that jump? Right here. Oh, I didn't jump. I'm dead now, aren't I? One of those things is gonna spawn soon. Just need to find where that statue is. I'm pretty sure I got it off the hand. There goes that. Tree, that's not where the statue is. There's statue. Both up. Yep, that was the statue we dropped down on. I think. Yeah, it was. Alright, you can kill me now. Go for it.
Then reach by doing...
Also, for the prostate, for insects must undergo mating season where they're biologically driven to make baby. As she was sworn to celibacy as a monk, she can't take care of that, which is worse. So much worse because being restrained from that during heat is extremely painful for beasts and insects. Like being lit on fire from the inside. Anyway, having to deal with all that while making sure her brother grew up as a good kid while he was discriminated by the other spider folk. That is crazy.
Doing a pixel perfect jump and landing on its hand. If you can wait...
That is not a pixel perfect jump. He's just trying to sound more impressive.
A bit though, this fragment is actually easier to grab if you first drain the water in the area. That way you won't drown if you mistime your jump, and you'll land fairly close to a lift that will bring you straight back. There are two ways to reach the next fragment, which is found next to the fourth cross Site of Grace in...
Alright, we'll mark down where that one is. Was... there. That one's at another cross.
Specimen storehouse tower. From here you can from the hill go, or in at the place
Yep, there's the cross.
Continue your climb upwards and you'll find the next fragment just in front of the door you open to reach the Mesmer boss fight. It's a good idea to pop up the stairs and activate the Dark Chamber Site of Grace after grabbing...
Yeah, I already have the Mesmer one.
The final
It's your
fragment in
therapy
Shadow Keep
based.
is at the very bottom of the building, but in typical Elden Ring style, to get there, you first need to... You'll be able to exit out of a doorway and onto a rickety old wooden walkway, which you can then follow around until you reach a lift. Ride this one down to the bottom and again follow the path until you reach another lift and ride that one down as well. At the base of this lift, you'll find the Shadow Keep back gate Site of Grace, and to the right of that, a room with the next fragment lying at the back of it.
Okay, we got that one.
Just outside of the Shadow Keep back gate Site of Grace is an incredibly tricky boss, simply worth tackling because of the north end of the map. Sitting at the base of
I did
the
get
chalice
those.
up and up there.
This one. This is one that I saw but couldn't get, I think. That or I jumped down and grabbed it as I fell. No, I think I figured out a way to get it,
These
but
next three
I'll double
fragments
check
can
it.
only be reached by taking a secret passage from the base of Shadow Keep to the Recluse's River below. So,
Okay. Well, we will double check this one. That should get me there. How do we...
it's best to do this once you've cleared the specimen storehouse of fragments first. What you need to do then is head to the front of the storehouse and go past the entrance stairs towards these burning down that, and then underneath the waterfall to find this ladder with a painting in it, which follow that ladder all the way down, and there will...
I think I have the dragon painting. Yeah, this took me down here. Inventory. Yeah, I have the dragon painting. Okay. Anyway, Nasu turned 9. He had to join a clan of spiderfolk. He chose hunters, sent to the wild villain to hunt and kill one beast. He managed to kill Garpede. I like that name. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be great. Massive bust-sized centipede. Plates lining its flesh, tough as tank plating. That's crazy. Pried the plates off its flesh, then ripped the brain out of its head, covered in guts and blood. He dragged the bust-sized centipede home and everyone celebrated. They had to, because it would have been socially unacceptable to discriminate someone who killed a previously unkillable beast. Yo, he's kind of cracked. That's pretty busted that he did that. I mean, I love how you put the implication that they really don't want to celebrate, but they kind of have to, because that was a massive achievement. Like, even as an adult, that would have been insane, but he was 9.
will be a room at the bottom with a painting in it, which looks like until you reach a off in the whole Site of Grace. The woods. Go to the base of that big waterfall to find the water, but then path towards the abyssal woods. So follow the cliff edges all the way down to the water, but then double back on yourself and go to the base of that big waterfall to find...
Okay, hold on. We will run this one just to be safe. Assuming this doesn't crash. Come on, Elden Ring. There we go. You had both the best parts of human and spiderfolk physiology. But even then, that sounds insane. With the other people who had their own variations, it's just... would have been difficult no matter what. It's 6 arms, razor sharp barbed claws, and was very, very fast. Like, you're gonna be fighting a beast like you explained. What are you doing here? Oh, you kind of need that type of stuff. Oh, there was a grace right there too. Chill! Calm down, my guy. Garpede is from Hollow Knight, really? That's interesting. Hold on. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Hold on. Wait, I could have just jumped off and figured out if I did this one or not. If I was over at the other end, I could have jumped off and I would have seen it down there. Not death. Cool. Comparatively, centipede and monster with armored scales and kick kills. It's not saying it's the same thing because Hollow Knight, I believe it's supposed to be small scale. The Garp used to be like normal centipede size, but you also might want to watch out for that name. I'm not saying his entire world was based off Hollow Knight. Ah. Okay, I did manage to figure this one out. Cool. This can kill me whenever it feels like now.
Find the 30. You'll need to do a bit of parkouring over tombstones in order to continue following the river downwards, but once you reach the area at the bottom here with a collection of lakes, you'll find 2 hungry hippos that will drop a fragment each upon.
I have to kill hippos. Okay. Where was that on the map?
On defeating. So you'll find 2 hungry.
I never got that. I actually never got that. Okay, I need to figure out how to get there.
You'll need to do a bit of
following the river, go and take the tombstones down. Got it. I'm not dead, right? I'm not dead. Alright, that's good. We've already got 4 of the 9. Those 2 will put us to 6 out of the 9. Which means we'll only have 3 left to collect after that. Let me just... Can I get down? I have to go this way. Get down safely. Where's that grace at? Down and left. It's around here somewhere. There's the hippo, but where's the grace? Pretty sure I saw him with a grace down here. Where in the world is it? Alright, let's pray nothing attacks me while I'm here.
Continue of lakes, you'll find 2.
Oh no, that's just him as a cursor. Okay.
Hungry hippo, because these two fragments are better than no fragments. Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be looking at this guide.
Alright. There's 2 of them? Anyway, during the festival held, because he did something no one else could, he left because his sister wasn't present. Also, a lot of people were mad because he embarrassed them. What a legend. That age you were learning your times tables. Yo, yeah, they're right here. I thought there was a grace here, but apparently not. Which means I'm gonna have to pray that I can kill these hippos. Can I oh wait, hold on. Switch. Wait, actually. Can I... Go, Loodle! Go on. Good stuff, Loodle. Next one I stagger, I'll go for the hit. 1. Now where's the other one? There's the other one. Come on, Loodle. I still need you. Let's go. I think I'm dead. Oh! Survived by dumb luck. Not again! Go away! Loodle! There we go. I almost fumbled that so bad. Alright. Alright, that one's done. That was 2 more. Anyway, he found his sister due to all the crazy stress. She was suicidal since her brother was going to be taken care of by the Hunters clan. She was going to jump off a 3-kilometer high platform. She only stayed around for his sake.
You've got a hard path.
Found her, managed to calm her down, they hugged it out. And this would be the single worst moment of his life. Remember they said they were based off of Mori? Go on.
Ahead of you for these next 3 fragments, because in order to get to the Abyssal Woods, you're going to need to head down a level from the hippo fight and make your way through the dark catacombs.
Okay. And he said catacombs. Not catacombs, catacombs. So, major spoilers, it's fine. I don't mind the Mori spoilers. If you want me to stop, say so. Don't worry, I don't mind. I've already got a good idea of most of the stuff that happens. You've never once played a Mori ever. True. You just enjoy the reaction images. This is a joke. I know. No, you're fine. You can go on. Where in the world is the Dark Catacombs at? Wait, is this down here? Dark Light Catacombs. You've played it like 10 times only.
Below. Bring a torch with you because this is a massive pitch black dungeon with a boss fight at the very end. But once you're through that, you'll arrive in the Abyssal Woods, a place that's so scary your steed will just refuse to be summoned while you're there.
Oh, it's that area. Okay. Abyssal Woods. Down here. Now this is going to be tough.
Once in the woods, head southeast as fast as you can, only stopping to activate the Woodland Site of Grace as you pass it, and make your way to the map marker icon.
Hold on, I just remembered I need to go pull out that chicken. What if my oven's on fire? Hold on. Good news, everyone! My oven isn't on fire. The chicken is done and I packed it up and put it away. The big twist of Mori is Sonny, the protagonist, killed his own sister by pushing her down a flight of stairs, which is why he's so mentally messed up. Took that and made it even worse because the antagonist, Pyrist, and... Ooh, that one's going to be a tough one for people to pronounce. Acres? I'm going to assume it's Acres. Or Acres. Acres? I think Acres might be it. The villains. Okay, now I have to explain them. Pyrese. Oh, Pyrese. Okay. Not Pyrus. Pyrese. Almost. And Acries. Ah. Elemanio. Okay, that one's kind of pronounced as it's spelled. We're children of the sun god Sol and the moon goddess Lux, respectively. Alright, go on. Keep cooking.
That can be just about seen in the greyed out portion of your map. Inside that church,
map.
well, there are
Then there's
two juicy fragments.
the church. I'm pretty sure I got the church fragment. Fairly positive I got the church fragments. Where is the church? There they are. They were privileged, cruel, and evil brats, except they had godly power, often rampaged across the mortal world, and people suffered. Lightning god Eshanin? Eshanin. Nice. Okay, cool, I got it right. Wrong way. And this was the church shown. Okay, so we already got these ones.
Fast travel back to the woodland site of Grace now, and then head west until you find the Abyssal Woods site of Grace.
Alright, Abyssal Woods site of Grace. Do I even have that? I do. Okay. Fought and killed them both. When God dies, they're stripped of their godly powers and reduced to the spirit and are reduced to spirits of their domains. Okay. Also, you spent their pronunciation wrongs. Oh no. Would you like to redo it so I can pronounce them correctly?
From that site of Grace, head due north, past the giant rats and into this cliff-lined clearing, where, amongst the wizards, you'll find the next fragment.
This is one I definitely don't have. Equipment. Swap that out for... Wait, it's up here. Okay, no, this is one I definitely don't have. Which way did he say to go?
On the back of Grace. Grace now, and then... From that site of Grace, head due north, past the giant rats and into this cliff-lined clearing, where...
Okay. This one's gonna take a minute. It's Cryes and Shannon. Ah. I'm fairly certain this is one of the ones I don't have. No. Where's the cave? This is not the cave. Where's the cave up there? Cave is not up here. Is that cave? Cave has got to be the other side. Hold on. Unless the cave's up top there. Oh, cave's not. Yep, cave's got to be up top over there. Ow. Oh, now they're all aggroed. Fun. All right. There's no cave. Where's the cave? Hold on. I better not get sniped while I'm
Amongst
here.
the wizards, you'll find the next fragment on the back of a corpse lying at the base of this tree. Find
Wait,
the giant
what was cave then? Why did he
on
say
the
cave?
back
Why
of
was
a
it saying
corpse
cave?
lying at the
Okay,
back.
because I got that one then. Never mind, we're good.
You're going to need to
I'm
head
just crazy. Anyway, a shonen fought and killed them. They were reduced to spirits, but he died soon after. Then Pyrrhus and Acris took his spirit as a bargaining chip. They found Nase hugging his sister and stopping her committing super slide. They took his arms by the elbow, drew back. It made him push his sister off. That is crazy. When the party saw it, reported that Nase killed his sister. The person that caught him knew deep down that he didn't do it, but wanted praise and a reason to kill Nase. Oh, that is insane.
to the Cerulean coast for these next few fragments, which is a beautiful area that can be found by following the long path and then jump-filled river down south from the castle front site of Grace. You'll know you're on the right track if you pass a site of Grace called Elak River downstream. So if you find that, keep heading south and hug the right-hand wall until you go through some trees and then get confronted by this amazing sight. Currently, this area will be greyed off on your map, so once you activate the nearby site of Grace, head directly south, dodge the dragon if you can, and you'll be able to grab that map piece and then continue south until you reach the Cerulean.
Okay, so I already have that one. Where's Cerulean Coast? Where's all the big blue? Here's the big blue. So I've already got that one. Let's see where else it wants us to go for the next ones.
Coast cross site of Grace on the cliff edge here, which incidentally is where you'll find the next fragment. From there, head north and follow the coastline until you reach the Cerulean Coast West site of Grace. The fragment close by is quite hard to spot as it's in a very small, very dark cave. But
okay, just do this real fast. Right there. Put that off to the side. Let's find
if
that
you go
marking.
hard to spot as it's in a very
This is that one I was struggling with, I believe. It's in a little cave right around here. This one I'm going to have to pay attention to.
very small, very
A lot of people want to not say dead because he embarrassed a lot of the older spider folk by taking out the Garpede. The higher-ups reasoned that if the rest of the bug kingdom Onidam would wage war on them, they figured out they'd killed a child that had killed the unkillable beast, so they banished him.
dark cave. But if you go left just after the big ruins and then head through the small cave entrance in and follow it around that holds both the fragments
Oh, wait, hold on. I think this is one that I did get.
and then head through this crack in the mountain and follow it around to the left, you should soon spot a small cave entrance on the right-hand side that holds both the fragment and an angry demi-human chief. So what
I'll double check this one just to be safe. Tragic. That's pretty funny. Oh. Iris and Acris then approached him under the guise of wanting to help and tricked him into signing a contract where he'd help them regain their godly power. In exchange, they would go on. Cave. There's the guy. Yep, I got this one. Cool. Alright. Kill me. Not my horse. They would revive his sister. They also imbued a Shonen spirit into Nase, giving him lightning powers. Anyway, he didn't read it. I never stated anything about what it said. And so he became their slave for 10,000 years. Oof. All right. I think here's my feedback on this. You make it to where it's not he didn't read it. Make it to where he didn't know how to read it. Because of the way you said the villagers were all treating him, it would make sense for someone who was raised and ended up becoming a hunter to not know how to read. Depending on the times, I would assume that during these times it's not something super common. So definitely make it to where he didn't know how to read and he had to take them at their word. Because if it's just straight up, oh, I don't feel like reading the contract, it's going to be like, there you go, he was 9 and didn't know how to read. Perfect. Good explanation. Also, make the signing the contract not be a signature, because someone not knowing how to read, I mean, some people would still know how to sign their name, but in this case, make it a blood contract. So that way, it's just a quick press on the finger with a little bit of blood on it to copy the fingerprint. That way, it makes a little more sense. Keeps the continuity nice. That is my recommendation.
That thing. Fast travel back to the Cerulean coast, cross from there and head west towards that big outcrop you can see in the distance. Get all the way to the tip of that and you'll find the entrance to Stone Coffin.
He thought of it as extremely desperate to get my sister home back, some delirious state, not wanting to read this thing. Just want your sis back. That is true. And he is a kid, so he's a lot more gullible, but I think the best way to do it, which would feel more natural, would be they just tricked him into, little blood on the thumb, press it on the paper, and him not knowing how to read. I think that would be the best way to do it, because if it's the other way around, it also wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to know how to read based on the details you've given me on him. So that's just my it's Divine Blood contract. Beautiful. I'm glad you're liking my recommendation. The story you're coming up with so far is very, very nice. I'm liking the way it's going. Well, to say I would like the way it's going is an understatement. I hate what you're doing to this character, but you are doing it very well. Nase didn't deserve all this. Just the torture. It's so sad. But it is very well done.
Fissure in the middle of this big hole. It's a fair way down and the climb is hampered by lots of slimes, but once you reach the bottom, just keep following the path and you'll soon reach the Fissure Cross Site of Grace.
Is that the one I think it is? It is.
with the standard cross and fragment sitting next to it.
It's going to be told in a somewhat terrifying way, like you see it from his perspective in his life in a psychological horror game. It's going to get extremely personal. Beautiful, Morphalta. I better be one of your playtesters. I better be one of your playtesters. That would be beautiful.
These next two fragments are once more in optional areas that take a bit of work to get to. First, you need to unlock the Dragon's Pit.
Do I have Dragon's Pit? I think I do.
Terminus Site of Grace, which can be reached by going through the Dragon's Pit tunnel that's found south of the Castle Front Site of Grace. Make your way through that tunnel by solving the puzzle within, and when you emerge, you'll find the Dragon's Pit Terminus Site of Grace at the foot of the jagged peak. From here you have two directions to choose from, but if you follow this path north and around, you'll end up scaling Jagged Peak, and somewhere near the top, at the place
Out of all the things Pyrrhus and Akri stole from Nase 1, you know what the worst thing they stole was? It's not his freedom. It's not his sister's life and freedom. Because those are two pretty serious things to take away. I don't know what you would take further to make it worse.
Where rolling boulders starts.
I can't throw out a guess because it's kind of difficult to match the other two things. He had a first-gen holo Charizard. Not the Charizard. Yeah, that's pretty serious, Morphalta. I didn't even think about that. That is insane.
Spawning, you'll find the next fragment sitting on the floor in front of the cliff edge.
Oh, this is when all the boulders are going.
Somewhere near
I already
the
have
top,
this one.
at the place where rolling boulders start spawning, you'll find the next fragment sitting
It gets
on the
that
floor
personal,
in front
yeah.
of the cliff edge.
That is pretty insane. Yeah, I definitely have that one already. I'm gonna go around the other
Next
side.
up, head along this route south from the Dragon's Pit Terminus Site of Grace towards the bright red flowers of Charo's hidden grave. You'll need to cross over the top of the corpse of a gigantic dead dragon to get there.
Okay, I know where that is.
But keep following the path as it curls upwards towards the north, and you'll soon reach this body of water with a hippo on it. Give that hippo a good spanking.
It's another hippo fight. Okay. He refused to kill someone he considered a friend for orders. Killed that friend, and as a punishment did that to him in their elemental forms of fire. On fire and made of ice. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's insane. That's bad. Oof. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go... this way, across to get to the dragon. Dog. Doggo. Pupper. Pupperino. Pupskin. If there was another one, I was gonna call him Loofer. Alright, not exactly to the dragon yet. Wait, I'm going backwards, aren't I? I went backwards. Okay. Lightning sheep. Can I teleport back to the other spot now? I can. Let's see.
King will soon reach this body of water with a hippo.
So I just need to get to over there where the hippo is. Imagine burning logging forest there. Well, dry ice. Ah, yeah, that's bad. I don't blame him for never forgetting that day. That is insane. Yeah, at that point, someone's gotta die. And it's not gonna be Nase. Those two gotta die. Broken and stronger, get revenge, Kratos style. Perfectly valid. I'm going the wrong way. Let's put a marker here. Marker is 1. Up there. Nope, can't make it up that way. Gotta go around. Oh, I can't summon Moodle for this one. Oh wait, I don't even have my, Where's Ice Spear? There you are. One more. There we go. Alright, now that that one's done. Eventually you were strong enough to challenge them. Nase was demigod at this point. The masters had become gods again, so Nase and them fought. Nase ended up dead, but Shun gave up his life, immortality, all his power to resurrect Nase, and gave Nase the power of God. Like a kaiju made of lightning. Ooh. He absolutely demolished them. This is based on Gear 5 Luffy. You love to see it.
On it. Give that hippo a good spanking, and the next fragment will cave location. Remember that cave location that I told you to remember by the lake just north of the Morth Ruins Cross Site of Grace? Well, you need to go back there now to get not only the next fragment, but also the map piece that will uncover the final section of the map. So, journey through that cave until you emerge by the Ancient Ruins base Site of Grace, and then head southwest past some very angry fire golems until you reach the entrance to the Temple Town Ruins area. Just before you get there, you'll see the map marker statue on the right-hand side of the path, so grab that map piece and then head into the ruins. On the south side of the ruins is a little hole in the wall that you can use to gain entrance. But I didn't find that while I was capturing this footage, so instead I just jumped over the walls on my steed, which, to be honest with you, is way harder than going through that little hole. So don't do what I did. Go through the hole.
That's so funny. That's exactly how I was trying to get in when I first got to this area. Oh. After that, Asu's new godly power became dormant, and he couldn't become a god until he was ready.
Anyway,
Alright.
up here, overlooking the courtyard below, is a dead body with a fragment on it.
I should double check that one. On a journey to discover what he had to do to become a god, and eventually he found out he had to forgive Pyrrhus and Acres. That's insane. I don't know how he could do it. Built different, for real, for real. Alright, where's the little hole? There it is. I got that one already? Yes, I did. Alright, we'll just chill up here while I find where the next one goes. He took the name of Anima, god of suffering. Yeah, I could see why. I could see why.
Now we need to head into the ancient ruins proper, and to do that, we'll need to
To his heart and brain, kill the manifestation of his hatred. No hate in his heart, forgave them and ascended to God.
travel down this lift that's found on the ancient ruins proper, and to do that, we'll need to travel down this lift that's found on the first floor of the specimen storehouse building. Ride that lift down, make your way through a few rooms full of these absolutely minging living jars without their jars on, and you'll eventually end up here, at the West Rampart Site of Grace. Before doing this, though, it might also be a good time to fight Mesmer at the Dark Chamber Site of Grace, if you haven't done so already, as 1, you'll need to do this in order to complete the game, and 2, with 42 Scadutree fragments in your pocket, you should actually be pretty tough by now. Anyway, whatever you decide...
He became one of the most busted gods ever. Most people can't fight him because all he needs to do is think of a curse on you, and it's basically the Cruciatus curse?
to do, get across the bridge that leads towards the ruins and activate the Site of Grace at the entrance to the area. Then head left out of the door, go down this short lift, and then...
Did not mean to full screen that.
...the ruins and activate the Site of Grace at the entrance to the area. Then head left, activate the site. Whatever tree fragments in your pocket, you should act.
Okay. Well, you're writhing in agony. He combos you and beats the absolute crud out of you. Look up Crucio from Harry Potter. Oh. Alright. And they said go left.
Actually leads towards... Then head left out of the door, go down this short lift, and then follow the...
That's what it is? Alright. I don't think I think this is one of the other ones I've missed. I don't remember using this elevator ever. Oh, I should have watched more of the video. I should have watched more of the video. Alright, let's get to a safe spot. Tragic. If I get on that pillar, I will be safe. Wait, the enemies are all gone. Never mind, I'm safe now. Cool.
The path to another fragment.
All this to
hoarding
fight a
hippo.
god. It's another hippo!
To another fragment hoarding
Wait.
hippo.
Okay. Wait, which water was it? Was it the...
Follow the path to another fragment hoarding hippo.
So we have to go out this way. And we're gonna have to go up. This is not the right spot. You know what? Just go here. I'm pretty sure I could just reach that water area from right here. Why in the world did he say take the elevator to get down there? There's no way that's under... Hold on, hold on. Just quick, go... Yeah, the whole water area is right there. No, it is down there. Never mind. That is a death drop, so I have to pull this back up. Also, it has a few titles which give him powers. The way titles work is that if enough people view you as something, a very powerful person declares you something, you become very powerful with the title given under these conditions. Say 20,000 people view you as death after a while. You'll have power over death. That is an interesting power system. I like that. Extremely difficult to have one title like King, but Nase has 4. That is really good. Oh. Stay back, stupid idiot. There we go. Yeah, this is a dead end. Where in the world is that hippo? Follow the path. It doesn't show what type of path you followed. Is it this, I guess? I have no idea. Is it this way? Nope. Or is it down there? It was down there. He was just holding on to the wrong spot. I'm dead, aren't I? Yep. That one killed me. It's bound to happen eventually. I thought I could outrun it. At least I know where it is. Oh, there's a stake there. That makes that way easier. Oh. Ugh. All right, Loodle. I'm getting this one. Finish it off! Tragic. It had 1 HP. Lord of Elements, Greatest Hunter, King of Insects, and God of Suffering. Those are insane. It's an insane combination of titles. Nope, I couldn't outrun it. The moment he walks in, I can't outrun it. I have to dodge it last second. Alright. Even leaving out huge chunks of Nazi story like Beast and Man arc or World Space arc. That's fair. You don't want to like overdo everything. You want to have a little bit as a surprise. I get it. But also just breaking it down to like the most important stuff is kind of a major thing. You know what? Oh wait, I'm gonna summon the boys. We're gonna boy up right now. No. That was funny. Oh! Boys are better for fighting Hippo. Yeah, that's the protagonist of the third game, excluding those 2 arcs. Beautiful. Alright, that one's done. Is that the...
Travel back to the ancient ruins site of Grace after doing that, and this time go right out of the door. And follow the path all the way along, and at the end of it, enter the ruins. It's quite labyrinthine inside here, and things can get proper confusing because everything looks similar, but keep making your way down until you finally emerge in front of the Rao Ancient Ruins Cross.
Okay, that one's easy. Let's go... That'll also let me check and see if we can get to the last level. You're wondering how the first 2 games connect to the third? You definitely got something building up there. Otherwise you wouldn't have done it. And then the third game is seemingly so crazy. All I know is you're cooking right now, Morfalta. You are cooking. Alright, we're missing how many left? Like 2, I think? Inventory. No, I'm missing 1. Okay. There's 1 left, then we can work on the shadows, the one for the Spirit Ashes.
The site of From this site of grace, double back on yourself and ride through the ruins the way you came. Past that.
Sometimes do you think people cry during this story? I think they'll cry every time they're not in the middle of gameplay, Morfalta. When the story's showing up, that's when they'll start crying.
First spirit spring jump there, and towards the second one behind it.
Good.
Jump up this
yes.
one, and just at the top here should be
wouldn't have it any other way.
Hoarding pot shadow for you to smash.
The guy at the elevator, he's the last one. Wait, which one was the...
No, second one you can.
So it's a mix of Devil May Cry, God of War, and Dark Souls leveling mechanic. That's going to be beautiful.
From this site of grace, double back on yourself and ride through the ruins the way you came. From this site of grace, double...
know exactly where it is. This is the last one. Let's go. Finally. I may have gone the wrong way. I did not go the wrong way. Set multiple different free roam worlds. Tears of the Kingdom or Elden Rings Shadow. Beautiful. I may have gone the wrong way. Here it is. Whew. There he is. It's done. Oh, it's done. That one's done. Oh. Ready to see that 20? Each one about the size of Elden Rings DLC, but 9% bigger. That's pretty good. Now for the revered Spirit Ash blessings. Let's hide the thing for a minute. Where is the
Macca's guides?
And ooh.
Show you all 25 of the up to level. It'll also give some bosses that are best done on horseback, so getting these is pretty advantageous.
We're almost done. We got the last one. It's a very ambitious project. That is awesome, Morphalta. You want to know what's a good way to get the practice you're going to need to do it? Separate the different types of games you want to practice the mechanics of as their own like type of game. Okay? So like as an example, you were saying you want like the Dark Souls leveling mechanic. Make a simple, very, very simple game based entirely around the Dark Souls leveling mechanic. So that way you can get that and learn how to balance it. And you'll have your practice for when you make your big project. And for the Devil May Cry or God of War mechanics, look at the main mechanics you want to do and figure out how to make that work. And as their own projects. So you do a lot of sub projects, like little mini projects. So that way you learn how to make the things work for your big project. All right? That's how you want to do it. Trust. Now let me go unmark all these other spots on the map that I marked. Whoops. Leave. Map. Do I have anything else marked? I don't think so. Oh, wait, right here. Do that. Ha. Alright, I think I successfully removed... Nope. 5. South. There it is. All markings have been removed. Asking Fox for thoughts on the story. Very insightful thought. Your input would be nice. Fox is extremely insightful. That's like Fox's whole thing, is knowing things. Isn't that right, Fox?
Advantageous, especially for the late game. Now let's just hop on board and start collecting these things, starting with the easiest one from the Gravesite Plains. You'll want to head basically directly northeast towards the cliff off in the distance. You'll notice there is a spire on this cliff if you look up.
Gravesite Plains, northeast. Thanks, Sonori. Oh. You do know things, exactly. Your following sounds very ambitious, good twist on a lot of different bits of media, and kind of packaged in its own flavor. And it's impressive world building. That's what I'm saying, Fox. That's what I'm saying. Stuff has been thought through. Where is this tree?
And as you approach the edge, you should notice a statue. A vast majority of the revered spirit ashes sit at the foot of a statue like this. There are a few outliers, but for now...
So it'd be like right over here. Okay. I might not have this one. I'm not entirely sure though. There it is. One down. The very first one of the video. You thought of a story for free roam rhythm games set in a slightly dystopian or racist regime world.
We'll grab
That'd
it.
be interesting.
And don't be afraid to take these back to a site of grace to actually apply them. Next up, we'll head north, go to the 3-path cross, head north from there to go to the Great Bridge North site of grace. There's a small ailing village here, and if you just hop on your steed and continue into the village a little bit north, take a little bit of a right-hand turn. You can't very clearly see it, but there is a little path here.
Okay. Look, you said racist, so I'm saying it's racist. It's okay. As long as you make the racist people bad. Because that's how it is. Look, if no one else is going to say it, I'm going to say it. Racism, bad. Fascist, fascist, fascist. Oh, it's okay, Morfalta. I understand you're okay. For now. Just gonna screenshot that, save it for later. The canceling will commence. No, but you're good. It happens. Typing just be weird sometimes. No. Alright, so this is one I already got. Cool. Doesn't matter if they kill me or not. Let's find where the next one is.
With an west from the 3-path cross, this takes us to the main gate cross. This site of grace is just in front of the Belurat Tower settlement. One
Stalin
of the early
government
places
style
you
setting.
can go in the game. It's open world and you're kind of free to go any direction you want, but a lot of players will end up here. As you enter, a scorpion may drop down from the ceiling. So
He
make
just
sure you
one-shot
take care
the
of it.
scorpion.
But in the
What a
first room
legend.
directly in front of you, as you come in, there is a statue that will have 2 revered spirit ash.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I got that one, but just in case. Just in case. Oh, I'm gonna open my door for better airflow. Oh. Can't turn on the fans because the fans are gonna get heard. Ugh. Because they are not quiet fans. Alright. Click, click. That's what it did. Alright, we already got both of these. Ha! Nerds. Look at them. Ah! As long as I'm right here on the leg. Oh, there we go. Haha, nerds. Main character is a girl this time, is a pop idol singer. That's the basis for the rest of the game parts, and the whole story is about overthrowing the government, One Piece style. You love to see it. Most of the government's evil is based on One Piece. Put a message down. Alright, what should the message be? Templates. Wait, which template are we going? Time for head? Okay. I'll put aw head. Hold on, can I take this message down? Delete. Okay, I can. Alright, let's try this again. Message. Templates. There we go. No, as a Snegs joke. There we go. Beautiful. Now we will chill right there for a minute as we do this.
So take note that you're grabbing a bit deeper in the Bellurat Tower. I would just recommend you play and actually enjoy the game. You'll eventually come to a site of grace called Stagefront. We have passed 2 Spirit Ashes on the way to here, but it's a lot easier to backtrack than it is to show you an entire walkthrough of the settlement. So if we come back down the steps from where we came and then head outside, there's...
Okay. Oh wait, I can't teleport. I just noticed these ones hanging here. Who said you can hang around? Let me see that message. Just struggle really quick to jump and get to the top when he sees next gen. True. I got up here entirely by accident. They're not going to be able to do this. You know what? While I'm here, I've earned this. Get back here. I hate you. It one-shot him. You deserved that. He said stage front, then go backwards from stage front. I probably got these ones, but just to be safe. There we go. Whether the humans can be anime style like Genshin Impact or Azure Lane based. That's really how you get the fans. Alright, this one's done. You just get these guys to de-aggro while I find the next one. No, why are y'all still aggro? Chill. Chill, it's not that difficult. Try it sometime. Alright. You said there was 2.
There should be a
Was it just
statue
there?
here. You probably saw the statue on your way through the tower settlement, and you probably grabbed it. However, there is another one that might be a little more hidden to some people, and that is on the bridge with the large kind of knight enemy that defends the area. Here you'll find a shadow enemy with a pot, and you have to kill this enemy for them to drop another revered spirit ash.
Okay. Let's... equipment. I'm going to need this. You haven't thought up a name for the protagonist again. Who's the girl this time? You need a name. Help out brainstorming. A name that'll stick. The player will be okay with hearing repeated 16 extra zillion times. I am not the greatest with names, but I will try my best. What is the... What area is the theme of the game happening in? Also, I may call on Fox for help with that. Because Fox is great with names. You didn't drop it. You didn't drop it. Let's find a good corner to hide in. That's not a corner. That's getting smacked. Now I'm fat rolling. You know what? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna choose how I die. Where's an area to jump off? There's no area to jump off! Not the flies, anything but the flies. Whatever, I'll chill on the ladder. I don't care. Okay, cool. They can't ladder. Ah! Alright. Had to make sure they couldn't ladder. Protagonist is a pop idol singer like something from Oshinoko. Yeah, I figured. That's why I was like, you told me dystopian, steampunk, fascist government. Well, like, what region? What region would this be in? That's important.
If they break the pot, you'll have to go to a site of grace, rest, and try again. Last but not least, in the belly of the pot, you'll have to go to a site of grace, unlock the Theater of the Divine Beast. Site of grace should...
You don't know? Work on that. You can figure out the name after. You could actually just make it like a typical like name that a singer uses, but make it based on the region. So like, as an example, let's go ahead and pull up Google Translate here. Google Translate. Let's say we go with German. Let's go German. Let's make it German. You know, because we were talking fascism for a minute. German. Type in idol in English. That was the worst example possible. It is the exact same thing in German. All right. We'll go with Persian. Bat. All right. My example has been terrible. Let's go back to German. And then I'll just keep throwing out words. German. Singer. So, for singer in German is Sängerin. So you could do something that's a play on that. Or musician would be Musikerin or Musiker. Or vocalist. Same thing as singer, which is Sängerin. So you could do something that's a play off of that. Yeah, exactly. See? That's how I usually do my names for stuff. I usually like find things that are relative to the explanation of what they are and then translate them into different languages that do a play off of that. Musiker. Kunstlerin is Kunstler is performer. Or Stern is star. Oh, that's a good one. See, this is why we get Fox here. Fox is much faster with this and comes up with better results.
Should you win the boss battle at the end of the area. Once you do, there should be a pretty obvious elevator to your right-hand side, or a lift, whatever you want to call it, if we're going into the lore.
No, that is an interesting way to do it. You could, that would be interesting if you want to make it based like that. You do it as the name for them in a different language, then translate that name into another language and get the pronunciation from there. That'd be cool.
It is technically a lift. And at the top of the lift, you can then go through the door, which you'll have to push open. The path that leads further into the game here will be locked, but there is a statue here to your right as you enter. At the foot of that statue, another Spirit Ash. Theater of the Divine.
Okay, Theater of the Divine Beast. Follow that through. I'm pretty sure I have that one. Oh wait, I'm still here. You know what? Just kill me. Just kill me. I wanted that. Now kill me. Do it! Lucy Care. Shot. So in Japanese they say it Shooter Runita. So you could just take the beginning. At least there's a whole group of German-based named characters. That's beautiful. Theater of the Divine Beast. And we follow the path that the elevator gives us. Just to double check that. It doesn't roll off the tongue well. Hey. It's okay. That's why you just play around with it until you find one that you do like. Alright, so I already got this one.
Beast, Site of Grace, should you win the boss battle at the end of the area.
I do kind of like Fox's idea of Shooter-Runita. You could just shoot-a-run. Works. German word pronounced Japanese. It is not intended to roll off the tongue well. It's just an example of how to conjugate a word. Imagine to be like the Persona 5 rhythm game, but mention back-free Rome in that steampunk dystopian world. That would be interesting.
Once you do, there should be a pretty obvious elevator to your right-hand side, or a lift, whatever you want to call it. If we're going into the lore, it is technically a lift. And at the lead head road cross of Bellurat Tower Settlement, and you're going down the hill kind of back to the 3-road cross, you can hook to the right, follow the cliffside to end up at the Cliff Road Terminus Site of Grace. From that Site of Grace, which is on top of the cliffs, you can basically run directly east to the next cliffside.
I think I have this one, but double check. Cliff Road Terminus. So, another thing you could do, since you are planning it to be like a rhythm game, you could, since you have to come up with songs for it, you could name the character after what you're going to be naming the final song. I think that would be interesting. Hey, I don't have this one. Good thing I checked. Which I think would be a cool little thing. I think people would like that. So depending on what you make the final song be, you could do that. Oh, you like that idea?
Side. Here you'll find a statue with another Spirit Ash. Bit of a journey, and that journey will begin at the castle front. You'll run down the path, and then you'll go to this waypoint right here. And then
Yo! I can't do a Brook. I can't do a Brook. I can't do the Brook voice. I have too much skin. Over there. Grave Bloodwort. Wait. No Revered Spirit Ash down here? I probably should have watched more of the video. I am aggroed. I am no longer aggroed.
There will be a way you underneath this the cliff's edge. The fastest way down is to just basically platform down. You can go like all the way around. It just takes much longer. It's not much of a shortcut, but there are some cool enemies there if you want to experiment. Your goal though is to get into this lake between the cliffs. And here, if you look to the west, you should find an opening in
Alright, I'm back. Something came up. Ugh. If you were in Nase's shoes, what would you do differently? Well, I don't have as much of a will to live. So I don't think I'd make it far. Cry. Correct answer. The objectively correct answer. What else do you do? Cry a lot. You know what? That's a great point. It's mildly different from just crying. I mean, he does do that. Yeah, but here's the difference. At some point, Nase had to ended up putting a stop to the crying. We never said we were gonna stop. I mean, he does pathetic, honestly. No. You can't blame our boy for that. He was out there doing his best. It's not his fault everything was stacked against him. Alright, I'm still safe. I can watch more of the video.
Into a cave that you can cross underneath the cliffs to end up at the Elak River. But on your way there, you'll find a site of grace. But just before that site of grace, keep your eye out on the right-hand side. So the site of grace is in the next room, but in this room right before it, on the right...
Aha! Okay. Also, I can horse through here. I love how the whistle echoes. It's beautiful. He did a bunch of horrible stuff on his own. But at that point, can you really blame him? Like, honestly, can you even blame him for doing anything horrible after? I mean, becoming a supervillain's pretty much your only option left. Two more levels to go. What is this? Oh, it's this area. Okay.
Right-hand side. There's that statue. Next up, we are in the Morth Ruins, which is in the next area of the game. You will have to defeat Rolana at Castle Ensis to enter this area. The Morth Ruins is just east of the High Road Cross. And here you can rest at a site of grace. You can find a Scadutree fragment, which I have a separate video for. You should check it out. And then what you can do is basically run kind of directly east through the Morth Ruins. As you approach the edge of the cliff here, there should be another statue. Go ahead and loot it.
Okay. I'm not sure if I have this one or not. So we're definitely giving it a shot. Morth Ruins. Where is that? There we are. Directly east. Only during the bad routes, of course. Oh, so there's going to be multiple routes. Beautiful. Replayability! You would love to see it. Honestly, you love to see replayability. It's so good, especially when it like drastically changes the story. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's right there. Go for it. Do it. How did you whiff 3 times? Also has 5 different friends. These guys are basically human angels.
I believe there is an enemy here that will attack you, so be careful.
No, but I get what you mean. Basically saints
if you
for
go
putting up
into
with
the
them.
Morth Ruins, you'll find a couple of holes in the ground, and if you navigate those holes downward...
They're solely responsible for making him a good person during the good or true routes. Look. What you should do is, if you're going to make a true route, you have to make there an extremely specific set of conditions that people have to just find out. You cannot make it easy if you're going to make it the true route. Okay? Never, ever make the true route easy, because then no one's ever going to want to try to play the game again to get it. Also, I wouldn't ever just label it as true route. I would do something like how Fear and Hunger did, where it just labeled the different types of endings you could get. Like they ranked them as, oh yeah, this is one of the better types of endings to get, because they had like A tier, A, B, C, D, E, stuff like that. Like the really easy to get endings will be ranked lower, but the harder it is, like you get what I mean. Kelly Gestel, Seymour Halton, O'Reilly Halton. Does he have auto parts? And Primrose Whitlock. I love Primrose already, just off the name. I've had 4 friends. So the good / acceptance endings. Yeah, you could also just title them like that. Just title them based on what they are.
You'll end up coming out at Bonnie Village. There is a Site of Grace at Bonnie Village. And here, if you run east from the Site of Grace, you'll kind of go through town, and there is a crack in the middle of the town. There are a couple of bridges that you can get across. We're not trying to get across. We're actually trying to fall into the crack. And then you can just follow this kind of upstream to the north, and at the end of this crack, you can find a statue. You know the...
I think I have this one, but double checking. Bonnie Village. Where was Bonnie Village? Right? That's Bonnie Jail. Bonnie Village. Prim is basically the love interest for Nase. She's extremely kind and loving. It just happens to, you know, moonlight as an assassin. You know, as one does. Based. Love her already. She is now my favorite character. That's all you needed to say. She's actually the #1 assassin in the city. Based. Alright, I did get this one like I thought. Cool.
Drill by Hippo, and we've entered the storehouse first floor. Site of Grace, activate that, and as soon as you do, you should be able to just kind of do a little bit of platforming. You may need a light build if you are unable to make these jumps for some reason, but you're just trying to hop up on these little pillars to get on top of the statue just in front of the Site of Grace. I've already unlocked this one, but it is right on the head here, and you will loot it.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't even notice there was one up there. Oh, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Let's go. Storehouse. Where's the storehouse? 4th floor. We need Storehouse first. There we go. I don't want to put up with anyone attacking me, so I'm going to drop the ice spear. Swap into that, just... Ah! Rude! Rude! Did you not see I was parkouring? Bro! Go away. Wait, I need to go up here. How did you get up here? Why can you parkour up here? Why can you parkour? That's not fair. That's just wrong. That's actually just mean. Why can that stupid little idiot parkour? I hate it here. I am terrible at parkour. Why? Quickly. No! He's coming back for me! Stupid little idiot knows how to parkour. Parkour's better than I do. There it is. I'm still mad about that. And I'm gonna stay mad about that one. Why can that stupid little idiot parkour?
If you then navigate your way up the storehouse, you'll eventually reach the 4th floor and then the 7th floor site of Grace. From the 7th floor, there are a couple...
Comedic relief, and O'Reilly's exasperated brother. In order to get the acceptance ending, you'd basically have to max out all the important relationship or confidants, Persona style, while doing a specific thing to avoid the event. The event is extremely gruesome and dark, so I wouldn't advise hearing it, but if you want me to tell you, I will. You could tell if you want, but if you think it's better as a jump scare for when you actually do get the thing out, I'd save it for then.
Couple of things to do, but
unless you want feedback on what the event is.
Room with the site of Grace, head east, and instead of hopping in...
Where am I going?
And then the 7th floor site of Grace. From the 7th floor, there are a couple of things to do.
Actually, I'm going to run to the restroom real fast. I'll be right back. Ugh. Alright, I'm back. Basically, it's this long and drawn-out cutscene where during the time where Pyres and Akris do the thing, if you haven't taken the correct steps to avoid it, the event happens. Okay.
But you'll just want to exit the room with the site of Grace, head east, and instead of hopping into the middle of the area where the rotating ledges are, you can hop to the left, and here there will be a beast statue hanging from the ceiling. On top of it, find your revered spirit.
Okay, I definitely don't have this one. Need to go to the 7th floor. Do we have enough for... No, so this next one will put us at 9. In that moment, one of Nasi's friends that you have the highest current relationship meteor 2 manages to find Nasi while he's being hurt and tries to stand up to his masters. Head east. That would be pretty traumatizing. You saw me, but now you don't. Really? I'm mad about that. Bro, really? I guess I'm just gonna have to kill this guy. Yeah, that would be traumatizing. I can get why that would be, yeah, no, that would be a pretty major scene. Maybe you should make it to where it's not always guaranteed that the person will do it. It'll be like, they have to have a certain level. Like, it'll be a highest, but a certain level has to be reached first. So, like, in Persona, they max out at 10. Let's say they have to be at least 5. So whoever's the highest at 5. There we go, we got it. Problem is, at this point in the story, no one can really take down his masters. What they do at this point in the story, they've been starving him. They bind down the character and make Nasi eat them alive. Locked up to the acceptance ending at that point. Ah. Maybe? Oh, so... Oh, whoops. So... That is going to be a tough call. Is there going to be only characters? So there his friends. Are they always going to be like the party members? Or is he gonna like build relationships with people outside of the party as well? This is important. Okay, so they're like the only ones? Oh, that's gonna be rough. I can promise you. Oh, he'll be build with others too, okay. Yeah, so I would be careful with allowing stuff like that to happen towards characters who will actually initiate in, like, the gameplay. Because at that point, you're running a really big risk. Obviously, if it's what you want to do, definitely do it. But think about a way to do it that doesn't, like, affect the player too much. Because there are plenty of cases where people will play a game up to a point and they put so much work into this character just for the game to rip it away from them. Aerith. That's just one of the major examples. And people will just kind of be mad about it because they'll lose everything on their first run with it. Fair enough. Yeah, so do be careful about it. There are definitely times where, like, I mean, people still loved Final Fantasy VII. The Aerith thing hurt them a lot, but now whenever anyone plays it, they just don't work on that character. But now, people will, once they figure out that it's relationship based, they'll be like, okay, I'll just max out this character, so that way if they get to this scene, it happens. But to be fair, yours is after a certain path in the game, so they could entirely avoid that. So I'd just be careful with the implementation. Don't make that, like, too accessible. Let there be stuff that has to be done that are mistakes that lead into that. That's how I would think of it. And don't make it like one thing, and make it multiple, so it's multiple choices over the course of the game that could force the chance to lead into that. I think that would be the best way to do it. Because at that point, once they're like making the mistakes, the people will realize, oh, okay, so this isn't going to be the best thing. Like have little things happen here and there. Maybe one of the maybe as they're building up to that point, one of the characters that you can play as, like one of the NPCs that you can build a relationship with, dies beforehand. So they're like, oh, okay, I'm not doing too great. Bad stuff's happening. So that way you're giving them hints that what they're doing is not the correct thing and is going to lead them down a dark path. I came up with this idea with Seymour where he barged in. Well, Nase's pinned out, he's crying for him to leave, and Chris gets a horrible idea, and Shane Seymour. Yeah, that is insane. That is really bad. Yeah.
We now move on to the raw ancient ruins, and if you need to know how to get here, I would highly recommend checking out my map fragments video. The easy way to explain it is to go north of Morth Ruins through this cave, which will then put you out at this site of grace called Ancient Ruins Base. You can follow that down to the Temple Town Ruins. But please check out the map fragment guide.
I saw where you had that marked. I may already have that. But in case I don't, that was... Wait, where was that?
It's onto the Temple Town.
Okay. Temple Town Ruins. Right over here. Now let's watch more of the video before I actually do that. Just drawn out and agonizingly long. Get to hear the crunch and the chomp of a ravenous starved beast. That is
Ruins.
That's giving me chills just thinking about it.
But please check out the map fragment guide so you can just unlock everything on the map. You'll get a whole bunch of sites of grace at the same time. Once you reach the Temple Town Ruins, though, you should just be able to basically sprint by them. I showed you a waypoint where I marked where we're going, but basically past the town a little bit, on the cliff's edge where the statues like to hang out, you'll find one of those statues. A couple shadow enemies might get in the way, but they're pretty harmless. Here, you'll just want to go up to it and loot it.
Okay. That one's pretty open. No, so he goes crazy. Most people are screwed because he's insanely strong, even though he doesn't think he is. I'm going the wrong way. This way. Yeah, that sounds pretty correct in that statement. From what you had told previously, it makes sense. I think something you could do is, based on the dialogue options you pick throughout the game, that can change the dialogue options you get later. So you'll start them off like super neutral. Like obviously there's the good, bad, and then neutral option as an example. Okay, cool, I already got this one. But then, depending on how much they pick of each one, will change the ones they get later in the game. I think that would be cool. But that is a bit harder to program without a certain... you'd have to essentially get a, like, an invisible clicker that dings once and every time a certain dialogue option is picked. And then that way, depending on what actions you've taken towards one side or another, once that timer's or that tracker is past a certain number, it'll start to show dialogue options that lean more in that direction. So like if you're going for trying to make them good, the more good options you pick throughout the game would make it to where you have more, like, it'll make it essentially impossible after a certain point to pick a bad option. But picking neutral would, like, balance it out, because once you get some more on neutral, it'll be like, oh, hey, now you can go back to picking good, bad, or neutral. He has 6 arms, claws, bottom, and is terrifying when he goes feral. I hear you. Okay, good. I'm glad you understood what I was saying. Because I knew what I was trying to say, but I barely understood
If you
it.
keep playing the game, you should eventually end up at the Viaduct Minor Tower. This is on top of the cliffs in the raw base way to make progress, but just basically follow the path and you'll end up in a bit of a temple. You'll have to navigate this temple to make progress, but as soon as you enter, you should pretty much notice a shadow pot enemy, and this shadow pot enemy does carry a spirit ash. So you'll want to make sure to take it out. And
What is it with them and shoving these in the pot enemies? There he is. Come here, stupid idiot. Got it. Out of spite. I don't need to be here anymore. And when he gets his claws and someone's like having thorns ripped out from your skin, imagine you touch a rose thorn. Okay, now imagine having smoothly pierced your skin and rip that out. Ooh. Yeah, that would be intense.
and loot it. There, smash the pot and you are unsuccessful in looting it. You'll have to go to a site of grace, rest site of grace right here. And from here, what we can do is there is a Scadutree fragment basically just in front of us, but nearby there are also two different locations for a spirit ash. They're a little bit complicated, so let's try our best here. We're going to go up the stairs directly in front of the site of grace. We'll enter the room and we want to exit out the north side on the right. And here you'll come to an open area with a little bit of like a gazebo in the middle of some water and two fairly strong kind of knight enemies.
Okay, I think I've
here,
got
right
the
in the middle,
gazebo one.
just get off your steed or quickly do a drive-by and grab the spirit ash. You can also take care of the enemies, of course. And then from here, there's actually another location. So going from that kind of gazebo I mentioned, you can head north. Don't go into the tunnel. Instead, stay to the right-hand side, and you'll find a little bit of a secret path that heads downhill. Take your first available right-hand turn to go further down the stairs, and then take your first available left-hand turn to go even a little bit further. You'll eventually just go straight, come to a cliff.
Okay, that one's a bit more complicated. I'll try to get to that one right now. We had to go to... Was it this one? Oh boy, I gotta go back.
Go for the secret location. Grab the gazebo on the in front of Ash. But nearby, we can do the west side of Grace.
All right, west. All right. Now I'm gonna get this running
Right here,
and I'll just catch up
and
to it.
from here, what we can do is there is a Scadutree fragment basically just in front of us, but nearby there are also two different locations for a spirit ash. They're a little bit complicated, so let's try our best here. We're going to go up the stairs directly in front of the site of grace. We'll enter the room, and we want to exit out the north side on the right. And here you'll come to an open area with a little bit of like a gazebo in the middle of some water, and two fairly strong kind of knight enemies. Here, right in the middle, just get off your steed or quickly do a drive-by and grab the spirit ash. You can also take care of the enemies, of course. And then from here, there's actually another location. So going from that kind of gazebo I mentioned, you can head north. Don't go into the tunnel. Instead, stay to the right-hand side, and you'll find a little bit of a secret path that heads downhill. Take your first available right-hand turn to go further down the stairs, and then take your first available left-hand turn to go even a little bit further. You'll eventually just go straight, come to a cliff's edge, but you can drop down here safely and not take damage. This is the only place you can drop down, as everywhere else is too high if you go to the left, for example. Once you drop down, take a left-hand turn, watch out for the scorpions, and head kind of downhill. At the end, take your only available right-hand turn, and then you should find a lift. This lift, make sure you ride it all the way to the top. If you jump off early, you're gonna have a bad time. Upon reaching the top, take out the shadow pot enemy to reveal the revered spirit ash inside. If you activated the lift and then jumped off, I found that the...
It's always the shadow pot enemy. No. Now I want to see what else he was about to say. Alright, those guys are dead. What was he saying?
The only other way to get up here was to use one of the wind channels to do a huge jump, and you can kind of land on top and use a ledge to get your way here.
Okay. So Nasi's claws are every swipe, every stab, all of them. He doesn't use his claws ever if he isn't feral. Oh. I don't remember ever going through this area. Or this part, going through this specific spot. I got a spell! It's a crucible spell that I'm never gonna get to use! Alright. I did my exploring of that area.
The next few are in the lower Scadu Atlas area. We're going to start at the Castle Watering Hole Site of Grace. If you don't know how to get here, I'm going to point you to my Map Fragments guide. It'll show you exactly how to unlock this area of the map, as well as how to find the map fragment to clear the Fog of War, so you can actually see where you're going. But as soon as we enter this new area for the first time, or if we're revisiting it, you can basically just sprint directly east, go past the ruins, watching out for the large cauldron enemy, and on the...
I don't think I got this one. That wasn't Temple Town, that was... here. In order to get the acceptance ending, you need to reconcile the human-animal sides of Nase, as well as his split personality disorder during the world space arc. Okay. Alright. Oh, that required 4. How many do I need left then? 5. Okay, so I need 5 more. So now you'll explain the world space arc. Based. Thank you. Forgot there was another one that got up. Free furnace visage. Hey, there it is. Alright, go ahead and kill me.
The far end, you should be able to find a statue. Make sure you loot it before you move on. We can then make a little progress to the Recluses River downstream site of Grace. Again, I'll show you how to get there in my Maps Fragment guide. But from here, head directly south. Don't go down the obvious path. There's a little bit of a side path that...
Took a little bit for him to kill me, didn't it? Recluse River, downstream, go south. I need water. Basically, Due to his trauma, his brain can't handle the pain of enslavement and torture, so his mind created mental realm, again, Persona 5 style, as 4 different worlds. Alright.
You can go down further if you hug the cliff and keep it on your right-hand side. As you reach the bottom, I believe this area is called the Village of the Flies. I think it shows up on screen as you enter. In this first little open area, when you do enter it, go to the right and head up the hill towards the west. Here, I believe you reveal the Village of the Flies. There's really not much here other than a few fly enemies, so it's well named. But in the middle, there is a statue which you can grab, and you know.
Okay. White space, black space, red space, and world space. This is based off of Mori. Okay. It's keeping in key with its stuff. Alright, now to get out of here because I don't want to die to flies. I don't like the way they scuttle around. I'm stuck! No! I'm not dying to these flies. There we go. Stupid idiot. Alright.
You know the trick. Woods. I show you how to get here in my map fragments guide, but to summarize, you'll go through the Dark Light Catacombs, which will take you to the Forsaken Graveyard, and then you'll have the Woodland Trail Site of Grace. You can find a map fragment here, but if you head to the west, you'll end up at the Abyssal Wood Site of Grace, then the Dividend Falls Site of Grace, and then you'll end up at Mance Hall. There are some really annoying enemies that almost feel invincible on your way here as well. You'll have to use a shield and parry them if you want to defeat them. They're the dudes with the big heads that cause madness. But once you do get to Mance Hall, you'll make your way into the first area. There is a secret wall on your left to begin your journey into the hall. If you go around and mostly keep to the left, you should eventually find a lever. Watching out for the night enemies. It's probably better to take them out, but in a walkthrough, it's a little bit easier to run past them. And you should find that lever. That lever will move some bookcases that will reveal a ladder. You can then head up that ladder to the next floor, and around the corner you can find another ladder that'll take you one floor even further up. Here you can kind of run across some ledges, and in front of you you'll activate your second Site of Grace in the area. This one is called Midra's Library. Now again, inside of Mance Hall, we can find 2 revered spirit ashes. So from Midra's Library Site of Grace, let's head down into the library. You'll want to do a running jump on...
White space is an endless void where there's only a door leading to the rest of his mental realm. Okay, that's fair. You gotta have the gateway. There is... It's over here. So, Midra's left. There also exist the hands. Disembodied hands that represent his fear of snegs and intimacy. World space represents his lucid dreams. Would you hear Slayer trying to explain what goes on here? Understandable. Black space is where he mentally keeps his trauma, is where the truth of his sister's death is revealed to the player. Red space is where his split personality rules over the mental realm. Oh, okay.
Onto some bookshelves to save your fall. Go east, you'll end up in what appears to be a dead end, but there is a fake wall you can slash through. Slash through this wall and then follow up the staircase to reveal a ladder in front of you. Climb up this ladder for now, and then once you're at the top, You'll want to pull the lever directly in front of you. This should reveal a new area we previously wouldn't have been able to access. Here you'll want to do a running, sprinting, leaping jump to the middle of the area, and then just safely navigate your way down using another bookshelf. I didn't make my jump, but I actually didn't take any fall damage, which was great. You now want to exit the floor of the library to the west. Watch out for a couple of enemies here, but as you leave the area to the west, you should come to a staircase, go up the stairs and around the corner, and there is a little bit of a mini-boss room. This is a mini-boss that does drop the Revered Spirit Ash, and there...
I have to fight the boss to do it. Okay. Alright. We'll do it. We'll do... Oh. I'm cooked. This is gonna suck. That was rude! I was in the middle of backstabbing the guy! There are 4 creatures who Nase needs to defeat in order to fully reconcile this split personality and accept his sister's death and let her go. His phobias. Okay. Keep cooking, keep cooking. Wait, would it be easier if I just went backwards? It might be easier if I just go backwards. That's not it? That is way too far. Or is it? Oh, that's that. Definitely not there. Bat phobia, thalassophobia, and peepophobia. Wait, no, not a peepophobia. Okay, go on. Cook, chef. Bro, these guys are everywhere. Be real, I don't know how I avoided that. Tragic. Too chunky to... There we go, we can cheese it! Let's go! And Abby. Revered Spirit Ash. Hold on, I'm backstabbing his buddy. Oh, never mind. Get down there. Close enough. Coidophobia and Abby. Okay. I like how they're all phobias and the last one's just Abby. That's great. Alright, we got that one. Wait, how many are left? Let me check. Yo, Malkavian, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, homie. Where is the stupid thing? There it is. One more Revered Spirit Ash left. Finally almost free. Fear of falling, fear of drowning, fear of... And Abby. Who is Abby? Abby is the representation of his mother. Okay. That's great. I hope you let people sit on the Abby thing for a while. I hope that you give literally just clocked in for work. Oh, unfortunate. I hope it goes easy. How is the gaming? The game does be inning. Oh, but yeah, I'm almost done. I maxed out the Scadutree bonus. Now I'm working on getting the Spirit Ashes. I've got one thing left to collect, and then I am done. I am free. Then I can go back to fighting Radon later today. You will? You're gonna let them sit on Abby for a while before you reveal who Abby is? Based. Beautiful. Good stuff, Morphalta.
Is another one coming up, so make sure you take it out, loot it, and grab it. After looting that enemy, there's another nearby revered Spirit Ash, so go through the door opposite of the one we used to enter. This will lead you up a staircase, and at the top of the stairs, just run through the next room. And as you come into the room after that, you'll reveal a Site of Grace. This one is called the second floor chamber. And from the second floor chamber Site of Grace, you can do a sprinting, leaping jump onto the chandelier nearby to find another revered Spirit Ash. At this point, if you want, you can leave the Abyssal Woods forever and never come back.
You know what? Double checking before I teleport away. Whee! Alright, had to be sure.
The final revered Spirit Ashes are found in the final area of the game called Enner Illim.
Players repeatedly told that Abby is the guardian of red space, which is the most private and important part of Nase's mental realm, and time again, she ignores anyone who comes near. I think that's a good implementation.
To get here, you will have to defeat Mesmer in the Dark Chamber. Then you will have to go to the Church of the Bud to defeat Romina. You'll now have the Kindling, which allows you to burn the tree down and enter Enner Illim. One of the first Sites of Grace you should reach is called First Rise. From First Rise, instead of going up the stairs, head kind of to the southwest and through the door. Here you should be able to jump across a little gap and find another one of those huge enemies. If you defeat this enemy...
That's the last one. I have to fight the guy. Bro. This is representative of how his mother was neglecting her children. Symbolism! Alright, cool. I think that's good. That's a good job. Where's First Rise? There it is. I wonder if the Chungus can jump over the bridge. Big Chungus, big Chungus. Look at him, look at him. I missed the jump! Oh, why are you down here? Ah, the fly! Do I really want to keep playing this game? I tried so hard to never die to a fly. Where did that fly come from? Fun news, you start CDL training in a few weeks. Phased! Good stuff, I'm so proud of you. You complete that training. You got this, homie. Hold on, let me do this before I read the next one. What? You're not gonna come closer? Oh, you're approaching me? Players told that Nase's mom always took care of the princess's fighters and never cared about Nase, and here's the guardian not caring about who comes in or out of Nase's deep spine! Why did you cross?! Cheese time. No way you can make it in here. Think I won't cheese you? There we go. It can jump. Yep, the stupid idiot, the big chungus can jump. That is some pretty good foreshadowing, as well as I think that's a proper term because it does get revealed later. The perfect cheese. True. It's done though. Where is... Yeah, that's basically Nase's story. That's really well done, Morphalza. Foreshadowing and symbolism. You've got it on lock. Here it is. Revered Spirit Ash Blessing, 10. Scadutree Blessing, 20. Now we'll be able to just fight Radahn when I run stream again later. In the meantime, it is time for sleep. No, I'm not going and killing God yet. Later. That is later, Morphalza. I need to head to bed. Yeah, alright. See ya. Good night. Appreciate everyone for stopping by, helping, and enjoying being here. And I'm loving the story you're coming up with, Morphalza. It's great. I don't know why I got the message on Elden Ring, but appreciate y'all. This was fun. I'm glad you liked the new setup, even though it's more simple. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Bye!